During this holiday season, give your loved ones a gift that keeps on giving for the rest of their life. Torpedo Pot is the only affordable self-growing flower pot that ensures your future food survival. All you do is add soil, seeds, and seedlings to the flower pot and watch your plants grow. Torpedo Pot can grow nutritious food in such abundance and variety that you can produce more food than your local farm. Visit www.torpedopot.com.
Hello everyone, it's me, Demetra Kaye of the Demetra Kaye Show and a proud contributor of the African Diaspora News Channel and the African Diaspora News Insider. If you could please do me a favor and subscribe to all channels and like this video, I would greatly appreciate it. So just recently, President Joe Biden made a trip to New York City to sit down with that of Mayor Eric Adams to vow to put an end to the violent crimes that has been on the uptick, so they say, in New York City. As you guys might also know, 2 police officers were killed there in New York a couple of weeks back. And so that's kind of what brought Biden to the city. All right. And so during that meeting, he said this: Mayor Adams, you and I agree. The answer is not to abandon our streets. The answer is not to defund the police. It's to give you the tools, the training, the funding to be partners, to be protectors. And so for the naked ear, if you will, that sounds really cute and stuff like, oh yeah, that sounds like a great idea. But to black people, we hear, oh, you're going to put more of the same out there. And that's murderous police officers that go out and kill people wholesale and brutalize and harass black people. So we hear like you're going to put more of the stuff we don't want, right? And as we also know, Joe Biden is not a friend of defunding the police. He said that as he was campaigning. I'm not gonna defund the police. And so he is very pro-police. Okay. Also, Mayor Adams has said, he's thinking about bringing plainclothes police officers back. You guys know plainclothes police officers were responsible for the murder of Eric Gardner and a whole host of other black men, especially. I'm just talking about New York. I'm not even talking about all over the country. And so they got rid of the plainclothes police unit during the 2020, protests and things like that. And so Eric Adams, a black man, y'all, is talking about bringing that back. All right. And so Biden also said during that meeting that he's impressing upon Congress to go ahead and sign a bill that would give about $500 million more to community groups to help get rid of crime and more to police departments. Okay, so they also said this, they meaning Biden. I don't hear many communities, no matter what their color or their background, saying, I don't want more protection in my community. I don't know. I haven't found one of those yet. Okay, so I would concede that point. Yeah, can't think of too many people who are saying, I don't want more protection. But what we as black people are saying is we don't want what you've been giving us, these Rambo police officers that don't live in a community, know nothing about our community, coming there and trying to crack skulls and heads and tackling little girls with bikinis on and rolling up. We don't want that. What we want is the police department and the decorum that you send to Beverly Hills and where these white folks live. We want that type of police. And hey, how y'all doing? Everything okay? We don't want that austerity that y'all send to our communities. We don't want that. So clean it up, Biden. We want protection, but we don't want brutalization, if that helps you understand, right? So then Mayor Adams said the following: the president is here because he knows what the American people want: justice, safety, and prosperity. And they deserve every bit of it. And he wants to end gun violence in our city and in our country. That's what New Yorkers want too. That's what I campaigned on, and that's why you elected me as your mayor of the city of New York. Yes. So when he was campaigning, he was saying that he would get the crime rates down and he was going to put an end to it, like they always say, right? So anyway, when he took office, crime in New York City was up to almost 40% from the same time last year. And so it's kind of coming back to bite him. Not that he had a lot to do with that because he just took office, but still, that's a pretty big promise to make. And so they also talked about stopping the gun trafficking that seems to be coming from the southern states of the United States all the way up to New York. And they press upon the attorney generals to be a little bit more tougher on that and put more efforts into stopping it and all of that. And they also want to put money into the ATF to stop the gun trafficking and stuff. But the other thing they did not mention is, you know, y'all trying to say, yeah, the guns are being trafficked from one part to the state to the other, but how are they getting there? Y'all need to talk about that. How are they getting there? And of course, they didn't put any color on it, but we know they talking about black people. They talking about black people. And so anytime a Democrat, because this is what this is, these big time Democrats that everybody voted for, anytime they talk about being tough on crime, they talk about being tough on black people. Come on, y'all. Y'all need to learn how to read the tea leaves around here. And I know not y'all, but them over there, stop voting for oppression. Stop voting for more of the same, because that's what they want to do. When they say, oh, we're trying to get rid of violent crime, which I think they should get rid of violent crime, but I think they need to delve a little bit more into why it is that way. First of all, talk about putting some real resources in the communities like jobs. Now, I ain't talking about these warehouse jobs and these Taco Bell jobs. I'm talking about jobs that actually help people afford to live and not struggle, because most people, especially black people, are working to struggle. Put jobs in there so they can work to survive and survive well. Then you get rid of all the crimes. Well, not all of them, but it will go down. Start right there. How about start releasing some reparations checks and putting money and other things into the neighborhood, and we can thrive, and y'all won't have to worry about being in danger as white people, because that's what this is about, y'all. So anyway, for more insightful commentary, please subscribe to this channel and my channel, The Demetra Kaye Show, here on YouTube. Peace.
Hello, everyone. Please make sure you subscribe to the African Diaspora News Channel app on these platforms.
Living in America as a black person, you recognize there is one set of laws for you and one set of laws for those, especially in the white community. In our book, Passive Aggressive Racism in the System of White Supremacy, I take you through times in my life when I first started noticing white supremacy. We teach you how to recognize it, identify it, and also counter it in our book. This book is a beginner's course for those that are just starting to wake up and open their eyes to see the system of white supremacy. As a black American person, you must understand this system, because this system is life or death to you. How you handle it, how you deal with it, it can affect your mental health if you don't understand this system. Pick up our book, Passive Aggressive Racism and the System of White Supremacy, today on Amazon.